Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is David, Second Year Comic. All right, gonna do a final, I guess you could say, segment of this, my best ROI, return of investment, a gamble or purchase that I have done over the years of collecting, and uh, and I was surprised to find out what has been sold in the past 3 months on eBay, and just realized that sometimes things can go in your way. All right, so this is more of a like a bragging rights, I guess you might want to so call this segment. I don't know. I'm just very happy to share some of the books that I got that I purchased. I'm very low when nobody was really looking, and some of them was announced on YouTube and was able to find it in the wild. I'll- The last one is going to be a mind blowing. All right. All right. So let's start this video with this first book here. I'm sure this book, you already seen it many times in my video, but you know what? Why not show it again? All right. Maybe you might have forgotten. Maybe you know this. Maybe you might have, maybe something that was in your back burner saying, man, I still need to get that book. All right. First one, Daredevil, issue number 2, 1 out of 50, Frank Cho. Not many people were looking at this. There's still some few that has been listed on eBay right now, but all raw. But 9.8, I had about 4 of these that I got in when it was only 20, 25. Just love the simplicity of this cover, all black, black and red. And of course, you got, but just really cool cover done by Frank Cho. And got it graded. This is the only one that came back as a 9.8. The other one came back as a 9.6. I think yeah, all of them pretty much came as a 9.6. There was a lot of color rub in the back area, but this one came back as a 9.8. Is a very low pop on the sensors on CDC. You won't believe this. There's none listed on a 9.8. None were sold in the past 3 months in this grade, but there was one that was sold for $60. $60. But like I said, there's like handful of that is listed asking average about $60. So what I paid for this one, how much is worth? For this one here, if there's one nine, there's a raw for 60, low pop like this, maybe, and then a 9.8 probably can sell for maybe about, I don't know, 350 at the most, or maybe 400, depending how rare or depending how the buyers are willing to pay, right? Because as of us buyers, as a collector, are the one that pretty much controls the market. If you don't buy at a certain time, or if you don't buy at a certain amount, tend to drop. Not many people, or it's been flooded. Not many. The sales just gonna buyers just gonna buy that low. So we are in control of the market, not the seller. All right. With that said, probably about 350, 30. Like I said, I paid about $25, $20 to get it graded. $15 for press. That's for shipping it out to them and having them serve. So average about $15. So total of $80 because I add about $15 because due to the shipping to CGC, right? So about, I don't know, $80 for 350 on a very low pop on a census. I don't know how many are there, but this was the very first one that got graded as a 9.8. If you don't believe me, you can check out the number, and as you can see, it's a very not a recent. I think I got this like 4 years ago, I think. But anyway, great book. Maybe something might want to look in the wild. It's a great cover. I still need to read what the hell is in the interior of the thing. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, you don't want to get the graded because you don't know what is the contents that is inside the interior, what the storyline is." Collect what you want. Collect what makes you happy. This one, dope ass cover. All right, Next one here, I'm sure you already seen this, but this is also a very was an eBay purchase. ASM 569 second print, very low print. Cover done by J.R. John Romita Jr. and Klaus Jansen cover. This is the first anti venom. Um, Last one sold in a 9.8 was on October 6th of this year, 2024, for $645. At one point during the COVID pandemic, this was selling for at least about $1,600. Or maybe I think when hit all the way to like maybe 2,000. But like I said, I'm not a seller. I'm just happy to have this in my collection. Went down from 2,000 something to right now 645. I paid $100 for this raw. All right, $20 graded, $15 getting pressed. Total of with the shipping to CGC and everything, about $50. $150 for a 645 is not bad. That is a good ROI. It would have been a better ROI if I sold it when it was 2,000, about $1,800 to $2,000. But like I said, I'm not a seller. I sell, but I don't sell to make money. I sell because I want to get rid of like downsize my comics or some things that I probably will need to pay my bills, things like that. All right, next one, Incredible Hulk, issue number 4, 1 out of 50, Mike Del Mundo cover, very hard to find. Came out, I think came out in 2012. Anyway, October of 13, 2024. This sold for $730. $730. My investment on this one here was $85. Got this for $85 in a high grade that I could find on eBay. All right. $20 to get it graded, $15 to get it pressed. Now, $15 to get it pressed. My presser, he's got freaking issue. Just hands down one of the best pressers that I know in the community. So with the shipping to CGC and everything, $130 invested, paid to get this in a 9.8, and the last sale on October 13 was for $730. This is not crack. It's just the cover has been just ripped. So $730 for $130 that I paid to get this grade, get the book graded, whatever. You know the whole process. All right, the last two books here, I'm sure you both know this. Edge of Spider-Verse, issue number 2. This is the first printing. Also, as you can see, it was signed by Jason Latour, and he remarked it with Spider-Gwen. This one, November 1st, CGC 9.8, sold for $755. On the same day, another one sold for $800. Now, going back to August 4th, that was the one signed copy like this with the remark listed for $1,888 that was sold. Of course, best offer. So I don't know. Maybe he sold it for maybe $1,200. If you know how much he sold for back in August 4th, let me know. I would love to know how much that book sold for. I paid $40 on SpartanComics.com. He had 2 copies. I got 2 for $40 each. I think I gave one to Doom, the other copy. He had a better higher grade copy. I hope he gets that graded. But anyway, $40 for the book, $20 to get a grade, and also I don't think this was ever pressed. Yeah, you know what? Now I think about it, I never got this thing pressed. Interesting, because I don't have it here. And the signature was for free if you stand in line. I think the first 3 books or 4 books are for free. Total of $80 with shipping it to CGC and all. With CGC, and I think that was CGC Witness. I think that was an extra $5 back then. So $85. Last sold for 755, non non signed, but the last one signed by Jason Latour. The best offer was taken at $1,888. But of course, that's not the real sold. I think it probably sold for maybe 1,100, 1,200 in August. So not a bad investment, not a bad ROI. Like I said, I'm not a seller. I'm a collector. I only sell when I need to. All right. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to enjoy the hobby. I'm not going to tell you buy my books or hype things up. I'm just telling you as I go. I don't know why I even need to explain myself. If you're following me for a very long time, I don't pump and dump. I don't hype up a lot of books. I just show you my books and I tell you what I paid for, what it is, how I enjoyed it. And if I do need to sell anything, it's on my eBay page. And I don't sell. Not this one here. I got to shout out to Mighty Mel V because he's been looking for this book for ages. He couldn't find it. I figured, you know what? Check out my local LCS, my honey hole. Honey hole. And I found it. Found it in a decent condition. I figure, okay, I'm going to just pay my $5, get out of there. Lockjaw and the Pet Avenger Unleashed, issue number 4, 1 out of 15 Scotty Young cover. Very hard to find, very low pop. This was also a very first 9.8 that I got in this title in CGC Sensitive. If you don't believe me, there you go. That's that. I paid $5 for the book, $20 to get it graded, $15 to get it clean and pressed. Total of about $60 because I have to ship it to CGC as well. And the last raw copy in August of 31st, so far, $1,500. Mel V sold one on the same grade for $900 on his YouTube channel, but $1,500 raw. Just not bad for not bad for $60 investment to get it 9.8. So yeah, sometimes it can pan out. It can pan out. Some of these books are already sought after because of the character's first appearance, how much impact it has made within in the comics. Some of them are very low printed, very hard to find. Some of them is a low print, second print, but has a very first character. So a lot of these books here, it's the test of time how it will hold with as years pass. Pandemic time was crazy time. I hope that we don't see that ever again in the comic book market or within just in our lifetime. It was horrible. But hope you enjoy the book. Once again, highlight Daredevil number 2, 1 out of 50, Frank Cho. ASM 6569, second print, JRJR and Jansen, Klaus Jansen cover, first anti-venom. Mike Del Mundo, 1 out of 50, Incredible Hulk, issue number 4. Very hard to find. First Spider-Gwen, Edge of Spider-Verse, issue number 2. First print. And Almost a Ghost, very hard to find. Lockjaw and the Mighty Event and the Pet Avengers Unleashed, issue number 4. Pretty much always like number 2 or number 4. Gee, I didn't realize that. Yeah, so look out on the hunt. Let me know what you think of this video, and let me comment below. Let me know your thoughts on what do you think. Comic book should be enjoyable. It shouldn't be a gamble. enjoy, buy what you makes you happy. But if the investment or the gamble or the purchase that you have made, the I guess the value of that book, what you pay for, is goes down, don't get salty. Don't get salty because you're happy with what you were purchased back then. Live with it, move on, and just look at some of the books that are actually made, um, that has gone up in value in your collection during the time. So, with that said, until next time, shoot.